Well, a tripartite peace deal has been signed between the centre, the Assam government and the United Liberation Front of Assam. This has been signed in Delhi, bringing the curtains down on one of the biggest insurgent groups in the northeast regions. Well, this is being seen as some kind of a breakthrough as far as armed insurgency in Assam is concerned. And significantly, Amit Shah, in a statement after that key peace deal was signed, said that the ULFA will be disbanded going forward. Listen in to what Amit Shah and Chief Minister Himanta Biswa Sarma had to say.
और आज भारत सरकार, असम सरकार और यूनाइटेड लिबरेशन फ्रंट ऑफ असम उल्फा उसके बीच में जो ट्राई पार्टी समझौता हुआ है, इससे आसाम के सभी हथियारी ग्रुपों की बात को यहीं पर समाप्त करने में हमें सफलता मिल रही है। ये आसाम और नॉर्थ ईस्ट की शांति के लिए बहुत महत्वपूर्ण है।
आज आसाम के लिए और एक ऐतिहासिक दिन है। प्रधानमंत्री नरेंद्र मोदी जी का कार्यकाल में गृह मंत्री अमित शाह जी का मार्गदर्शन में हमारा आसाम का जो शांति का प्रक्रिया ये निरंतर चलते रहा। तीनों एकॉर्ड का अच्छा इंप्लीमेंट हुआ और तीनों एकॉर्ड से हमारा जो ट्राइबल मिलिटेंसी था ये खत्म हो चुका। आसाम में आज सभी मेन स्ट्रीम में है।
So, well, the centre claiming that this could solve the problem of insurgency in the northeastern state to a great extent. Let me go across to our reporters now joining us live on the broadcast. Sunil Prabhu is with us, also Ratndeep Chaudhary from Assam. Sunil sir, going across to you first. So, this is some sort of a breakthrough as far as insurgency, armed insurgency in Assam is concerned. Of course, the centre is saying that this will in a sense end insurgency entirely. And also Amit Shah in a crucial statement saying that ULFA will now be disbanded as well.
That's right. He said not only will they surrender arms, they will be. The group has agreed to disband. So it's a step in the positive direction, a positive development. Of course, there is another faction of the ULFA which has not yet, conceded at this present juncture. But in the run-up to the 2024 elections, this is definitely a big boost for Mr. Amit Shah, for the state of Assam, and for the Chief Minister himself, where a tripartite agreement has been worked out. 7,500 people had earlier surrendered. Another 700, he says now 8,200 people have in total surrendered. This group will be disbanded. There are certain agreements which have to be followed by the state of Assam as well as the centre, and they have promised to ensure that in a time-bound manner this is implemented. So definitely a lot of good positive sign being sent by this tripartite agreement. ULFA, as you are well aware, right from 1979, with just 20 people, started this student movement organization. It turned violent, and subsequently this is a finality in terms of a peace deal. Hopefully they will take it in letter and spirit, not only in what they have said, but as the Home Minister pointed out, in a time-bound manner, implement what has been promised.
So, thanks very much for joining us with all those details. And this is a pro-talking group of the ULFA that we're talking about. But Ratndeep, how much of this will have an impact on the ground? Because this has wide-ranging ramifications. You, of course, have, AFSPA being removed from various parts of Assam. And now this peace deal, what does it really mean for the people of Assam, for the land rights and land rights of people from the indigenous communities? What is going to be the extent of the impact of this peace deal on the ground?
This is definitely a historic moment for Assam, given the fact that ULFA has been involved in armed conflict for over 4 decades. And in fact, the pro-talk faction of ULFA, which signed the peace deal today, was in talks with centre for over a decade. It was in 2011 that the pro-talk faction of ULFA had submitted their 12-point charter of demand to centre, and the peace negotiations started. It took further direction after the General Secretary of ULFA, Anup Chetia, was deported from Bangladesh. Remember, he was in Bangladesh jails for 18 years. But what is important here is that how much Assam is going to benefit out of it, given the fact that it comes at a crucial juncture where in the past couple of years, Assam has seen some successful peace accord, particularly the Bodo peace accord had been quite successful, and in the Bodoland region there is peace. In fact, there is a drastic decline in insurgency in Assam, and not only in Assam, across northeast, and only 4 districts of Assam are now under the ambit of Armed Forces Special Power Act. So this is a win-win situation for the government of India and at least the pro-talk faction of ULFA to come to a negotiation. But how much of the demands of those 12 demands that were raised in the Charter of Demands are going to be, part of the final deal is something we'll have to watch out for. What we are picking up from our sources is that a financial package will be given that will be on top of some safeguards which would be part of the new deal in terms of the land rights of the indigenous communities, and some restriction in terms of land purchase of non-indigenous people in Assam. We are also hearing that there might be some clauses which will look at review of the citizenship list of Assam. Remember, it was updated through the NRC, which has not been notified as of now. So there are these provisions that we have picked up from sources, but we have to look into the clauses which are there in the fine print, which has been signed today by the ULFA leadership and the central government as well as Assam government. Also, over 700 cadres will surrender, so who are in designated camps. So that is a process which has been followed in previous peace deal as well. But
right.
What is important here to note is that this peace deal which has been signed here today is in the absence of perhaps ULFA's biggest leader, the chief of its arm wing, Paresh Barua, who now heads the other wing, other faction of ULFA, the independent faction.
Right.
And till this point of time, he is adverse to any talks without discussion on the core demand of sovereignty, which he has been sticking to for a long time. However, whether this deal actually paves the path for Mr. Barua also to subsequently come forward for talks or not will be something to watch out for.
Okay.
But definitely, ULFA has been an organization which in one point of time was one of the most dreaded rebel
and the
organization
largest insurgent
in Southeast
organization
Asia.
that we're talking about, Ratndeep. And as you said, certainly a watershed moment for Assam. Thanks very much, Ratndeep, for joining us with that update. An important peace deal being signed there by the centre, the Assam government and ULFA.